G'day, welcome back to a Minecraft Down Under side series called Hunting for Diamonds. This is like I don't know what you want to call it. It's the end of the week and it's like a weekly recap. We talk about obviously what we've been doing for the week in the main series, and we talk about a lot of things actually. It's like a podcast too, so you can listen in while doing other things. So, yeah, welcome everybody. Make sure you smash those buttons. It would be much appreciated. So anyway, let's get started. So we will put them, let's do the weekly, the weekly recaps. I do apologize. It is the morning where I am right now. I am still waking up. That's right. I'm drinking coffee and we're streaming. Everybody is still in bed at my place. Literally, kids are in bed. The missus is in bed. Everybody is still in bed. That's how early it is here. I'm streaming a little bit early this week due to the fact is, the kids are still at home. They start school next month, back full time, and I'm just trying to avoid all the banging and clacking. But if they do get up, I do apologize. I cannot help it. It's part of life. It is part of life. That's why this is a podcast. I like a chill side series where I could drink coffee and we could talk to fans and have the banging in the background. Maybe even actually, it's been really rare. I'm going to jinx myself. I'm going to say it. But I don't think I've ever had the door knock in the middle of in one of these streams. That would be bad. I think I just Did I jinx myself, guys? I think I did. Okay, well, let's do the weekly recap, and then we'll go downstairs and do our couple of strips of mining and chinwag. Okay, so if you've missed the week of Minecraft Down Under that we just got through, well, we did a bunch this week. Let's start. So we started off downstairs trying to figure out how to get our system up here, the sorting system / keep / recycler / everything up and running. We tried to figure out a way to do it. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a system that I was able to keep every single item or select any of the items to be recycled back down to bone meal. So we had to come up with a system that does that. And we did. It was quite simple. We just separated it in 2 units. Now, it probably would be possible to do one single unit, but the redstone might be a bit more complex. Maybe next time we'll have to take a shot at doing a one system unit for it all. That's probably it would be much funner, but we'll maybe do that next time. No guarantees, but what we've come up here with is just a 2-sided system. So we've got a regular sorting system in front of us where all the items go through, but we're able to select any of the items to bypass the recycler here. So right now, turn it all off. So right now, every single one of those items is now recycled. Nothing is kept. Everything gets broken down. All of this gets broken down. But if I wanted to keep just one of these items, if I wanted to keep this block here, I'll just switch that button. And what that will do is just pretty much powers the block, powers the redstone, disables the filter hopper, and then obviously skips over from going down, but still goes all the way around, goes into our storage, doesn't it? So obviously that's fantastic. So I literally can select any items, or all the items, to keep. How simple was that? But at the moment, I've got it on pretty much keep all items, not recycle, because I've been building up a little bit of a stockpile, if you know what I mean, of some of these items that we got. But so we figured that system out. We come up with that system, and it works perfectly. Obviously, got to finish the room here, which we will do eventually. So we figured that out in one episode, and then we did like a bug episode, which I do apologize. I haven't posted that one yet. I tend to do these streams with the last episode overlapping, so I will post the other episode later on today. Probably if you're watching this on YouTube later on, that the last Minecraft Down Under episode should be available for everybody to watch. But what happened in that episode is I was doing a run. I let it run for a while. Like, we let the entire system run for a while so I could fill up the storage down below. That's what I was doing off cam. I was doing that, just chilling and monitoring, and then I found a couple of very major bugs in that run. So what actually happened in that run is we noticed that all the roots and mushrooms and stuff some of them were going down into the water, which was great that we had. But the other half was ending up on top of the dispenser over here on the comparator, and it wasn't a little amount. After 60, maybe 2 minutes tops, we had a few stacks of items stuck on here. That was obviously a very bad bug, because a few stacks of items just on one side can literally be a bunch of bone meal for the recycler. So it's very important to have maximum collection. So what we did is we forced a minecart hopper into the block underneath now. So yeah, so we fixed that now, so nothing gets pushed onto the sides, everything gets sucked up underneath. We haven't hooked up the hopper lines yet, but we did that on each single wing, which was great. So we fixed that bug, we nailed that bug out. So and we got rid of the water line that was here. Now the second bug was the bottom piston here has a chance. So since the head of the piston goes over the block here, it has a chance to turn it back into netherrack, which is not good. That was a huge bug, massive bug. Like, the chances were low. You could run it for 10 minutes and not get a single transformation back into netherrack. So that was an actual quite simple fix. All we did is brought down like one lower, we put another block here, having another nylinium, I can't even say that word properly, block next to it, either one above or one below or one adjacent to it, right around, will actually force will pretty much push the nylinium up into the netherrack when bone mealed on the netherrack. How cool is that? So even if this was to go back to netherrack right now, soon as it's bone mealed again, it turns back into our block that we want. So we fixed that problem, and we made sure that this block was one lower. It has to be one lower. The reason why, I think people would have picked up on already, because if we had it here, or even in front of it, well, wood and bits of the tree grow on top of it, which will reverse it back to netherrack. So having it one block lower, well, that that forces it pretty much forces to keep it, unless we have something that grows on top of it, but I doubt it, because as you can see right around the room, the tree does not grow down, which is a good thing. So that bug was finally fixed, and we did notice that we had a little bit of build up, so we put in extra hoppers to get rid of that build up. Now hopefully on Sunday, it is the end of the week now, hopefully on Sunday there is hopper lines that we need to connect into the system. But as people have pointed out, there is now so many items going through one single hopper that we may have a problem. So I'm going to hook up a bypass system maybe on Sunday night and put the water back in and make sure she all runs properly now, and put a bypass to go straight. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The sun is setting. So yeah, with this wood farm that we are currently developing and building and bug testing and all that flaming good stuff is almost there. We are literally probably 1 or 2 episodes been wrapped up on this, and then obviously I'll make it look decent. I'm not promising this farm will definitely not look pretty. Far from it. This farm is pretty ugly, but it works, and we know it works very well. You'll have to go watch the last few episodes if you want to see it in action, because it does work extremely well. Lots of wood. I mean, lots of wood. We also installed a pretty much a monostable circuit. It's pretty much like a really quick pulse of a circuit that now controls the bottom piston, because the piston was taking so long with the clock going, like the clock was powering this block for so long. I think it was about 2 to 3 seconds. The piston extended, stayed out and then come back in. That was too long. So to increase the speed, we just pretty much changed just an inverted signal to a quick pulse circuit here, which just does this. Like the buttons here, see? Really, really quick, one pulse. Like that's really fast. So we did that right around. We added that circuit, and we've hopefully synced that circuit up with each other, so they're all the same. We'll test that on Sunday stream, by the way. We'll put the water back in. We'll run it for another 5 minutes, make sure she's all good. Take care of the hopper lines that we've installed, put the overpass in. Yeah, so we'll probably do that on Sunday's stream. Ah, crikey. I'll take a sip of me cup of coffee now. It's good coffee. The morning coffees always taste the best. But there we go. So that was pretty much the recap of the week of us bug testing and doing more redstone. And it's been a blast. We're almost finished. We're almost finished this farm. And then we're probably going to go back and get the carpet installed. We've got to spend an episode on getting the carpet installed on the redstone, on the floors above and below. The torches need to be removed on the main base. So we've got to do that. And I've got to start on the outside. I know. I've got to make a start on the outside. So we'll slowly chisel away at the outside. Probably do an episode just starting on it. And then like on weekends and stuff and work on the outside here. But we're going to be using the red block all the way. And we're going to try figure out streams of lava. Put in a small volcano. Not like a huge mountain. I'm talking just like a little mound with like lava dripping down the side. You know, really fit in with what we've got going on the base already, which is looking really, really good. I love this base. I know everybody gives it crap and calls it a 3-tier wedding cake or whatever Venom's been calling it. What a pain in the bum. So, but I really like this this evil castle of doom. I think it looks fantastic. To be honest, this would be a really good server spawn castle, if you know what I mean. You could put shops in it and all sorts, and a throne, and yeah, you would have to remove the iron farm up above, but you know, replace everything with a throne and oh crikey. So yeah, that's coming up. And then obviously after we work on the base for a little bit, because I try to keep it balanced. We work on farms, we work on bases, we work on environments. We try to keep everything balanced here on the channel. A bit of everything. Decorating, redstoning, farm building, you name it. And then we got Nigel's tower over there, which, that Nigel's tower was meant to be a fish farm, automatic fish farm, but that broke. We couldn't get it to work. It was a failure. Yep. Data was a failure. Couldn't get it to work properly. The rates was too slow. Like it worked, but the rates were too slow. So we're going to turn it into, I don't know. We got plans. We don't really have plans for the tower, to be honest with you. But I'm probably going to add some wacky decorations and almost turn it into like, not a lighthouse, but like a weather type or some sort of thing that looks like a weapon of doom, like just a decoration piece, until we figure out what to do with the guts of it. She could be a silo for something. I don't know. But just, you know, it's yeah, something we got to work with. Oh, flame and galah. All right, welcome home. Actually, Daddy, you're a Fruit Loop. You should have unloaded all your junk back at the farm before coming home. Oh, crikey. Alright, over we go. Ouch. So this season, to be honest with you... Oh, wrong thing. Oh, empty chest. Wow, okay, let's just plump down another one. This season, to be honest with you, everything... It doesn't look like we've done much. Like, because everything is so spread out, but we've done so much. The last year, we've done a lot in this season. People just don't realise it. And when they come to the channel, they just see sort of one build, but not realising there's actually multiple builds on this world. But, yeah, just, I don't know, everything's so spread out, unfortunately. You know, this is technically the only farm we've got built closest. The other closest one would be the cactus processing facility over on the island over there. We built that further enough away so it didn't affect the frame rates or anything, because, you know, many cactuses, and yeah, it can be a pain. We've got the cactus farm, then we've got a huge automatic XP farm / gold farm / bartering system. Then we have a leather farm, then we have a witch farm. See, that's what I'm saying. Then we've got a wither skeleton farm. We do have so many farms, but they're just so spread out. Oh, crikey, it does not look like much, which is not a good feeling, because last season we had everything sort of built so close and around the base. It looked so epic to have everything so close. But, yeah, so we had to sacrifice. We changed it up. So, alright, swapping those out. There we go. Let me put my elytra back in here. Don't need the rockets. We need ender pearls. There we go, just in case, you know, I would slip and fall into lava or something. Done. Okay. But as I was saying, literally, it just feels like we haven't done much, but we have. Which is a bad thing, because I'm trying to attract new subscribers to the channel. And yeah, and when you build stuff up and around the base and people see it for the first time, well, flame and galah. Oh, did I get torches? Oh, I think I've got torches down. Am I going the right way? No, down this way. Being flipped around the other side. But yeah, I'm just trying to build that pretty world that is almost self-advertising. Plus, I just love people to be curious to say, "Ooh, what is that? What is that over there?" And all that good stuff. But I don't know. The build's not going well. Let's just hope that our wedding cake, as everybody's calling it, is going to be our central piece, and hopefully with the landscape being transformed and lava, it really comes together and people just, like, you know, blows people's minds. Alright, so right down the end here, and we'll pop in. We really got, ouch, where are you? How dare you? You having fun there? I'm not target practice. Really? That's not very nice. Okay, so we've been going every 2. There we go. Sorry, our very first strip of the day. Try to get a couple of these in at least. It keeps our resources topped up and all that flaming good stuff. Technically, I really need to do a what's he run? We need to be in the nether mining. Somebody said mine with beds. I don't even know how that. I don't even know how, if that would be any good to do that. We might have to test that, but yeah, somebody literally said to try mine with beds, like pop in a hole, put a bed down, because if you didn't know, if you put a bed in the nether, it explodes, leaving a huge hole and leaving behind the ore that's needed. So I think it could work, but expensive in beds. Oh, crikey. That would be absolutely, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if it's a possibility. Maybe we'll test it next week. You know what? We'll have a whole inventory full of beds, and we'll go along, put a hole in, make it go bang, and then, you know, look around, see if we got anything, keep going. Put another one in, bang. It might be an interesting experience, mining with beds. We might have to do that next week. Flame and galah. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. But here's a question for you: is the blast radius of a TNT bigger than a blast radius of an exploding bed? Which is bigger? That's the real question. Like, which are the same blast radius, or is the bed supercharged? I don't know. That is a question that we'll have to answer next week's stream. Yep, we're gonna do a mining with bed stream. I'm gonna have to do it. Now. I'm too curious. I'm too flaming curious. Yeah, because I got to upgrade my armor. Is my last thing that I need to upgrade. My tools are really OP, but I got mending on everything, so I jump in my XP farm for like 60 seconds and everything is maxed out. Everything is absolutely maxed out at the end of the day. Oh, no, just got to keep an eye on some people. People are saying that I've been missing a couple of diamonds now and then. I do apologise. I try to keep an eye on chat and interact with the fans all at the same time, and sometimes I miss things because my hands are on autopilot in the game, going up, down, mining along. I'm holding shift so I can't fall into any lava or anything else. Oh, crikey. But you need to place the bed in a way that you take less damage. Yeah, Roy, I think that's a good one. You're right about that. Hey, Diamonds, how's it going? Let's take you. There we go. See, last season we didn't do the weekly recap mining streams, and we actually, by the end of the season, we were pretty much broke. We had no diamonds, nothing left. So, yeah. Oh, crikey. We got 15 diamonds out of that patch. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, zombie. And there we go. It looks like it's going to rain. Okay, so let's move on to our first topic of the day. Oh, so we've done the weekly recap and talked about what we've done for the week in Minecraft Down Under. Second thing is I wanted to talk about is, and I talked about this in the jump cuts of the episode that we did already, but I've been slurring my words a lot this week. Like, I've been mixing them up, getting all jumbled and slurring them. And yes, people have noticed. I do apologise for that. That happens when I'm extremely tired and running out of fuel. I'm exhausted. That's what happens there. So this week, as most Aussies know already, it's been extremely hot. Like, parts of Sydney were hitting mid 40 somethings, like 110s, and it's been really, really hot, okay, bottom line. And it's been a lot of sleepless nights, and you have to do you've got the fan blasting on you, you have to do the old cool towel, wet your hair, you try everything to get cool. But yeah, I was only getting about 3 hours a night sleep, no lie, not even joking. So it was affecting myself in real life, and also affecting me in episodes and stuff. And I was slurring my words much more, and yeah, people noticed and thought something may have been wrong, and that's what the problem is. Venom tried to tell everybody that this is what happens when Data gets tired, and yeah, so happened a lot this week because I was getting about 3 hours, 3 hours a night of sleep, and I was just drinking coffee. Getting 3 hours a night of sleep was making me very tired, but I was sort of counteracting that with just lots and lots more coffee, but unfortunately it still had that side effect of slurring, forgetful, and all sorts of things. It still functioned and still went okay, but some people noticed the extra slurring. I do slur my words a lot, but not that much. Definitely not that much. It's just me. That's just me. So yeah, but it's the end of the week now, and it's cooling way down. Like, we've got the cool change come through. We've got rain. Yes, yesterday we had rain. It turned from very hot and dry heat, like a heater was blowing on you, to you're in a bloomin' rainforest, the tropical style of heat. But now, today itself, the temperature has plummeted, which is fantastic. So it's nice and cool now. I'm going to get some decent sleep over the weekend, which is obviously a good thing. Oh, crikey, yes, get some real shut-eye over the weekend. Just catch up and get some rest, and hopefully the slurring, goes back to the way it was. That's what I'm trying to say. So I did say that we did talk about this in a jump cut already in a Minecraft Down Under episode, but not many people watch the actual uncut, unedited versions. About say 200 people on average will watch the uncut, unedited version. So I just thought I would add this topic to the mining live stream, or the podcast, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so there we go. We've covered that. Now, let's talk about... we need to find a name for this series. A proper name. We've called it for Hunting for Diamonds, but people have been referring it to podcast, to multiple names. So we need to come up with a new name. And we're not going to use this new name yet. That's right. We're not going to use this new name for this series yet. This is more of a when this series comes to an end. And we go into next season. That is, I want to have a proper name so we can sort of have it side by side with the main series and make sense. Okay, yes, we do mining, but we also do recaps. We talk about other things. We talk about so much other stuff. Yeah, so suggestions on renaming this side series next season. And we've got a while to obviously come up with a name because, you know, Minecraft 1.17 is not coming out for a little bit. Like, we're talking mid-year, I reckon, and we're only at the start of the year. So we've got a little while to finish this map off. And, yeah. Then we're going to obviously start a brand new season of Minecraft Down Under. We had this massive conversation ages ago about having one map spread across multiple things and just like going different parts of the map and starting a new base and yeah. So, but people didn't seem to like that too much because, you know, the one map would have 5 of the same farms, because every time you start a new base, well, you might come up with a new design of a new farm, or, you know, so I don't know. We talked about that a lot, and it just didn't seem popular. You know, having that one map spread across multiple versions, having seasons where we build usually a theme or something, and we get a bunch of farms built, and then we offer the world download at the end of the season, and then we move on to a new season, new map, new build, everything else. Data coffee pods. Roy, you're funny. You speaking of coffee? I'm gonna have a sip. That's some good coffee. Okay. I like coffee with data coffee pods. Yeah, so keep all these names in mind, because I'm definitely considering a new name, because Hunting for Diamonds, that wasn't just, I don't know, it was just a random name we've come up with. It hasn't really stuck well. People don't know this too much, but yeah, it hasn't stuck well at all. So I think what we may have to do is just rename the series and just call it something a little bit different, if you know what I mean. There we go. Done. Data mines pods. Data's coffee pods. The 822 podcast. Oh, I was thinking about with something with recap in the name. You know, yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, let's move on from that. By the way, if anyone's new to the Hunting for Diamonds, we skip pretty much all resources except diamonds and emeralds. We do sometimes get, we mine through a lot of things, but to be honest with you, we don't need much. We have a iron farm which is producing thousands and thousands of iron, but obviously we don't need iron. And coal now is taken care of. We had an issue with coal before, but now we got the wither skeleton farm. You know, half an hour over there, we've got an entire double chest of coal. Like, so our farms are sort of taking care of most of what we desire, which is a good thing. But diamonds is always going to be that issue. Last season we ran out of diamonds. Legit 100%. We actually ran out of, as I said, we were broke by the end of the season. We had nothing to show for it. We had big storage and everything else, but nothing filled them up. So this season I've been doing this side series so we can literally have the fan interaction plus the weekly recap podcast, whatever you want to call it, and also keep the diamonds and everything topped up. Make sure everything... Oh, hello. Surprise! He just come out of nowhere. There we go. All right. It's just a... Oh. Hello. Go away. And his friend over there. Let's just seal it up. Bye. You know what's going to be really cool about 1.17 is... Like, right now, I don't have the urge at all to go exploring that cave. It's boring, because I've seen it. But in 1.17, the cave update, where all the caves are completely redone and reworked and massive and, you know, this stuff... Oh, that would be fun to explore. You know, it's going to be exciting when that 1.17 does drop. Mining's going to become definitely a little bit more interesting and not so stale nowadays because, you know, it never changes. It never changes. But, yeah, so that's going to be good. We hit a massive cave, we explore the massive cave and find all sorts of weird shapes. But next season's base is on my mind as well. I don't know why it's on my mind so early, because, you know, we're still a little bit away from next season. I should say a lot, almost half a year. But, yeah, I'm just thinking what to do for next season's base, to be honest. We've done a lot. I don't mind building on top, and I'm not a huge fan of building underground. I'm being totally honest with everybody. I'm not a huge fan of building underground. I think a lot of people would say, find a big cave system and building it. But I think a lot of YouTubers are probably going to do that when 1.17 drops. Hello, it's the cave update. What do? Cave base. I don't know. My idea of those giant floating mountains having bridges joining it, you know, and tunnels going in and out and trying to fit everything in, that was pretty cool. That would definitely be a pretty cool, interesting style. But finding that, because some people also want me to use a random seed, you know, go in and generate a random seed. The problem with that is then you won't have those huge random mountains that float. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still thinking on it. Because, yeah, that's my idea for next season, but I don't know if you guys are going to like it. That means we'll just have to find a seed where hopefully giant mountains are nearby. Usually the fans suggest a lot of great seeds. MJ says, digging down under. That's a good one. That come read for you, Data. The skeleton had enchanted bow. Yes, he's all dead now. Data recap cast. Okay, I get it. Alright. Roy says, what if Mojang makes an adapter you plug in and it makes small, like, in swaps? In smell? Oh, smell? I don't get it. Like in swaps, in small bed, in flower valleys, more sweat, etc. with, yeah, sort of get it. Just light cleaved lava. Okay, I sort of get it. It's like a, how do you put it? I don't even know what to call it. Like smells and all that, like, and when you get closer to lava, something lights up, and I sort of get it like that. I have no clue. That's more VR. Like, that would make VR so much more interactable. Not interactable, more immersive. Like immersion. Alright, I'm just popping this in here. I think that was it. We did the two there. Is that it? Yes. That's fine. Torch, and this is the next one. Oh, he went splat. Alright, let's go and add these to our automatic chest dispenser. It's been great ever since we've installed that. It's literally just goes straight to the sorter, gets filtered out, everything. It's been bloody fantastic. Oops, I went right past it. You're a goose. Oopsie. But yeah, I've just been throwing these in every time and it's been working like a charm. The only problem is, our cobblestone storage is actually chockers. She's completely full. Not even kidding. It's like literally full. I've been smelting the cobblestone down to smooth stone because we have a smooth stone on the storage, and recycle it, like putting it back through so it goes into the smooth stone. That's what I've been doing now to hopefully spread it out. But that's sort of an issue. That's definitely an issue. Cobblestone's full. We might have to make a bin for cobblestone, because cobblestone, unfortunately, is very common. Really, cut it out. Alright. Deader than a dead dingo's donger. Perfect. This ravine is just so in your face, trying to murder you at every turn. There we go. Yep, this place is trying to murder you. And there we go. Alright, Joe, how's it going, mate? Joel, sorry, Data, have you thought of a shulker sorting system? You fill a shulker up, it drops it in a hopper and goes and empties into your storage system, breaks and drops back down? No, I haven't at all. To be honest, I'm interested in the new shulker farms in 1.17. They are definitely intriguing. There's actually new farms in 1.17, which, always good to have new farms on the list. Makes it exciting. New change. Okay, let's move on to something new. What are we talking about now? Let's talk... Actually, here's an interesting topic. I want to know your stories. And we'll... your stories about sleepwalking. This is a good one. So we talked about this in a jump cut already. It was a good story to tell. But recently having issues with the oldest stepdaughter sleepwalking. And I thought maybe some other people have some crazy sleepwalking stories to tell. So if you've got one, put it in the comments below, especially if it's a big story. And we may read it out next mining live stream. But recently, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I heard a noise. It was hot. And I got up to go check on the kids. And I walked into the eldest daughter's room. And she was standing in the middle of the room. Just standing there. Just standing in the dark, in the middle of the room. I was like, okay. So I decided to say, oh, are you okay, love? That was obviously... that was obviously the next thing I said, and it took her a few seconds to register it, and pretty much she turned around and said that she was getting out of bed to check on the controller because she was worried about selecting a movie with her feet. And by that stage, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying to keep it serious. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You can't laugh down the house. I'm like, selecting a movie with your feet. Interesting. Okay, makes sense. Totally. So, obviously, I'm like, jump back into bed, love. And she got up, went back into bed. And I was giggling. I thought I'd go down and tell Venom the story. And, we just had a giggle amongst them. Like, selecting a movie with your feet with the PlayStation 4 controller. TV wasn't on. PlayStation controller wasn't in sight. She just was standing there. Oh, crikey. It was random. It's definitely sleepwalking. It has to be. It was just all over the place. It was funny. But she does that all the time. She will creepily stand there and just stare when she gets out of bed. It's a bit odd. Or she would come down and start saying something about something and you're like, huh? You just don't get the conversation. And then she'll go back to bed. So, she's definitely a sleepwalker. So, does anyone in your family sleepwalk? Do you have any crazy stories to tell about sleepwalking? Because it's just interesting. She's the very first person that I've encountered that sleepwalks and sleep talks. Because when she's talking, even though she's not making sense, yes, she's not making sense. She's looking right at you like she's awake and functioning. But when she comes into you and says stuff like selecting movies with her feet, which is don't even know what's going on, or she comes down into the lounge room when you're watching TV and asks about a thing that doesn't exist, and you're like, huh? Oh, crikey. It's definitely funny. Yeah, but there'll be some freaky ones too. Venom's been freaked out by her lots. Like she'll go into your bedroom in the pitch black and stand at the end of your bed. Apparently, I'm hearing stories like that. Just stare at you while you're sleeping in bed. Yes, very, very, freaky stuff. So sleep, yeah, I don't know. Do sleepwalkers like ignore the dark? Because normally the kids, they wake up, they turn, like, come on, every kid turns on every single light in the house, and like, yeah, but when they're sleepwalking, they sort of come in, no lights are on, the lights sort of get ignored, which is weird for a kid, and then freaky starts. Oh, crikey. So, interesting. It's an interesting thing. It's like, all sleepwalkers, do they ignore lights? Like, because it wakes them up. Oh, crikey. What did I just join into? Well, mate, we are doing our weekly end-of-week mining stream recap. We talk about random things. Talking about sleepwalking and how freaky and funny it can be sometimes. And if anyone had any crazy stories, that would be, yeah. Roy says Claire gets freaked out when she looks at Freddie and Glenn when they're sleeping with their eyes open. That would be freaky. You don't normally sleep with your eyes open. Our dog does, and it's already weird. Our dog sits on the couch and starts making random whimpering noises. You're like, "What? You okay, buddy?" You look over and he's like makes the flabby lip thing when the dog's asleep, like snoring almost, and his eyes are like just staring into the abyss. You're like waving it around, and there's nobody home. So yes, I know what you mean. That from a human, that would be scarier. I have a cousin who sleepwalks too. One time she woke up in the doghouse. Fortunately for her, the dog didn't go to her bed. What the flaming galah. Oh, crikey. Hello, Diamonds. How you going? Oh, just a 2-patch? Really? Just a 2-patch? Maybe behind? No, it was legit just a 2-patch. Yeah, it's freaky as I don't know if they're awake or asleep. Yeah, I normally just, when it comes to the dog, I just wave. I'm like, "Are you okay, boy?" And you have to poke him, and he's like, gets up slowly. Like, makes all these weird noises and then gets up. Like, "Hello, welcome back to the land of the living." Oh, crikey. I can get really, really freaky. Oh, no, you don't. Whoa. Hello, bat. Oh, you fight. Go. The skeleton's gonna win. Now, I'm gonna win. Oh, jeez. Alright, hang on. Hold your horses. Just 5 seconds. Let me do that. Make it safe. Okay. Wabbit wants to know if you want more coffee. If so, we'll make it for you. Oh, hell yeah. I'm pretty much at the bottom of the barrel with the coffee. Coffee is good, especially this time of the morning. My sister talks in her sleep. I remember when we are younger and sharing a room, she was sleeping and said, "That's not my head." Oh, Oh, well, that's messed up. I do sleep talk. And when I was younger, and me and my brother was sharing a room, I wasn't. I think it was. Oh, yeah, I can't remember exactly when it was, but I remember my brother's reaction because the next day woke up and I was making coffees the next day in the kitchen. My brother comes in and says, "Who were you shoving in the boot?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And he said, "Last night, you said loudly, 'Put him in the boot.'" And I'm like, okay. And that's what he said to me. So, well, I must do some sort of sleep talking. So I don't know who I was putting in the boot. I cannot remember. But I literally remember laughing my head off, like, what the flaming galah? Oh, crikey. But yeah, so I think most people do sleep talk occasionally. But yeah, it's just interesting to know what's going on. That skeleton coming up behind me? Roy says, I've got a lovely mug. It holds a kettle, so large cup. Must be huge if it holds an entire kettles are like 1.7 litres, sometimes 2 litres. That's a big... You got a bubba mug. Bugger keg. Bubba keg? I think. Yes. You used to talk about Minecraft and the forest. When you play something enough, yes, I can guarantee you talk about all sorts of things. Oh, crikey. Yeah, so I would love to see those stories. If you've got one, just remember, type it out. And if it's decent, we'll read it out next stream. Yeah, because there's probably some really crazy sleep walking, sleep talking stories out there. There's some sleep talkers out there that you can get the truth out of. Literally, they'll have a conversation with you. I've heard of this before. They'll have a conversation with you when when they're asleep, and you can ask them a question and they'll answer you directly. I've heard of that before. I haven't seen it or heard but I've heard stories about it. Okay. Sid, we have already talked about that last episode of Minecraft Down Under. Yeah, it is huge, Data. Yeah, I got it right. It was the Bubba Keg, wasn't it? I've got one of those. It keeps your coffees hot and it keeps your drinks cold. Which is great. And that was all Mr. Red's fault, those Bubba Kegs. Freaking heaps of the bloody things. Oh, crikey. I talked about sausage rolls chasing me. Woke up to my pillow being half across the room, apparently. Said, "Get away from me, sausage roll." That sounds cute. I can imagine when you were a little kid doing that. Oh, crikey. My stepdad would have full conversations with my mum, then wake up and not know anything about it. Well, yeah, see what I mean? Like, it's really, really strange. That's a good screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot. There we go. Okay, we have a 2-litre kettle, but I did have a 30-litre, so almost endless cuppers. Wow. Do you drink more tea or do you drink more coffee in your household, Roy? Some people are tea drinkers, some people are half and half, some people are coffee. I'm a half. I could have a good cup of tea. Good cup of tea now and then, but usually I do survive off... I'm more a coffee drinker. There you go. I completely forgot. Did I miss something? Oh, Mighty. Oh, crikey. We better start the stream. Mighty's here. Alright. MJ says, my friend dreamed about a giant bourbon cream with teeth biscuit chasing him around the town. That's really weird. Really, really weird. Didn't say hello and not now I'm playing. Wow. You're really random. But yeah, I guarantee there's a lot of stories. Sleepwalking talking is definitely an interesting topic on its own because people's imagination when they're asleep are crazy. As I said, sausage rolls and biscuits and just stuff so random. So flamin' random. But my question still remains, like, why do sleepwalkers ignore the light and can easily navigate in the dark? That is really scary. Howdy, y'all. Hey, welcome. Tea for the win, Shannon says. Okay, she's definitely a tea drinker. She hates coffee. That's not fair. Okay, stream is a bit earlier than normal. Yes, I went to bed earlier, tried to get up a bit earlier than normal, and I tried to stream a bit earlier because the kids are still home from school. They don't start until the 2nd of next month. And yeah, just trying to jump into things a little earlier tonight, Mighty. And I forgot to put the countdown timer on. Yeah, but welcome, morning or afternoon or whatever time it is over there, Mighty. And you need to go watch the stream because Shannon was talking so much smack about you earlier. Oh, it was unbelievable. I can't believe she said what she said. So you have to go watch it. I would put my laptop at random places. One time I found it in the dryer. Wow, Redstone. That is definitely odd. That is definitely odd. Where did I put my laptop? It's in the dryer. That is dead. MJ had to lock a pit door. One guest come around because she tried to pop out the 3 stories up. Wow. Yeah, scary. That would be definitely scary. Yes, really, Shannon. Really. Roy says he slipped out and left V sleeping. Well, I tried to, but she's here now. She just walked into the room. I tried to let her sleep. Whoa! Jeez, I tried to let her sleep this morning. There we go. Wow. Lava normally spawns 2 blocks lower. You're in an odd place, Mr. Lava Pool. Okay, we can still fix it. It's definitely in an odd place. I wonder if they're going to change the lava generation in 1.17 because of all the cave changes and how deep they go. You know what I've always wanted Minecraft to do? To make the worlds deeper. That would be so epic. I've always wanted them to do that. Like, instead of just going down to block 12, I can imagine, going a lot deeper than that. Could you imagine that? That would be so awesome. Having to go back down hundreds of blocks deeper and deeper, and it gets scarier and darker and nastier. It's like Terraria. I did say water bucket. Roy, we don't need a bucket. We've got OP armor. Not the best, but pretty close. And actually, it's staying quite topped up and brand new because we're mining ores and resources and stuff. Data wants to go deeper. Yes, I do, Shannon. I love going deeper. I think it would be absolutely awesome. We'll go, we'll say the cap is 500 down. That is the bottom of the world. That would be absolutely awesome. Or could you imagine if they connected the nether with the overwhelm? So you had to dig 500 blocks down, and then you would break through the ceiling of the nether and down into, like, the hell. Oh, that would be so awesome. That would just be cool. And you couldn't go any deeper than hell. But then again, if they did do that, that means you could transport lava just down, pour it down a hole and let it slowly dribble down to the bottom. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, Minecraft has, so many possibilities, but stuff they'll never do. Alright, I think we got to do a U-turn now. He hasn't twigged yet. I'm wetting myself. Well, that's not good. Go to the toilet. Because you have a very dirty mind, Shannon. What am I going to do with you? After the nether, the end. Even deeper. That means no more building on the roof. Well, apparently you can't do that on other versions anyway, Roy. I was a little worried about them trying to get that happening for us here on the PC version. Could you imagine just one patch? They're like, nope, we're gonna make sure everybody can't get on the nether roof. That would suck. There we go. Zombie. Hey Benj, hope you're doing well, mate. Morning, and welcome. What about something in the sky? What would you put in the sky? Well, maybe you can go to outer space. Like, the further you go up and it starts to get dark and you start to see, like, the giant square shape of a Minecraft world. And then you go up into space. I don't know. I'm just taking a rough stab in the dark. But then again, could you imagine how laggy it would be? How much the server would have to process if you had a server? Like, up and down, unless you had, like, the view was three-dimensional sort of thing. And not, like chunk base. It'd be very hard to do, I reckon. Okay. Alright, I think that was the last strip of the morning. So thank everybody for coming on out this morning. Hopefully enjoyed this recap mining stream. And if you've missed it, well, come back later. Well, that's cool. You can watch this later on YouTube too. You'll be able to. I'm going to, after this episode, I will be releasing the last episode of Minecraft Down Under. I haven't done that yet, so you can always watch that and catch up. Now, the last episode, the audio apparently is glitchy, according to the fans, so I do apologise about that. I've had a very bad week. Lack of sleep, slurring words, bad audio. I've just not had the best of weeks. Not to mention at the beginning of the week, I accidentally deleted one of the Minecraft episodes before rendering it, and I had to use a live stream edition, so the quality was only 720p. See what I mean? I'm having a bad week. I am literally. Audio problems, deleting problems, sleeping problems all over the place. Flame and crikey. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Opinion on the glowing item frames they're adding? I had a look at it. Pretty good. To be honest, I really thought the squid was going to illuminate. That would have been so much better if the glowing squid illuminated into the environment around it. That would look so gorgeous. Oh, I could think of... We went past it again, didn't we? Autopilot, reading chat. Oh, what am I going to do? Silver says, there's probably a way to break bedrock on BE. But I thought there was an invisible wall up there. You couldn't place anything down. It was like block 256. You can't place anything above it. So, yeah, I can see. Throw all that up. I think didn't do well in diamonds that run. Let that run. Oh, going up. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Whoop, where are we? Got turned around. Perfect. Now, let me see. Crikey. It looks like cobblestone is flowing over again because the cobblestone is full. That is definitely unfortunate. I'll have to run it through again. Get it through the smelter again. Probably the best way to do things. Okay, alright, thanks for coming out, thanks for watching this episode, or this recap episode, whatever you want to call it. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you all on Sunday. We'll do what we talked about at the beginning of the episode, and yeah, so I'll catch you all later.